welcome to Punches, Kicks, and Giggles. I'm your host, comedian Coy, along with
Jay Russell. I am also a host and producer of Punches, Kicks, and Giggles. Along with the studio, we have a special guest,
Alantez,
WBC
sly as a fox, the middleweight
U.S.
giant.
champion.
there you
Yes,
go.
sir.
He
That's
said
right,
it.
He's in the
Yes,
building.
He's in the
Yeah.
building, you guys.
Not the first time, but guess what? It's the first time on our show, and the show is a little bit different.
That's
Welcome
right.
to another episode of Punches, Kicks, and Giggles, where we're talking about combat sports, boxing, MMA, all the work, kickboxing. You're going to love it. We got a fantastic show lined up. We're going to talk about Alantez Fox's quick victory over here and his capping his strap right here. You know, a strap season in the area in
It's
DMV.
always strap season, man.
It's always
Everybody's
strap
pants
season.
falling down around here.
That's right. We're going to
Yeah.
also recap Bruno Garcia and as well as UFC 214 a little bit to have the expert advice from Alantez Fox. Joining us, thank you for joining us this morning.
Not a
Appreciate it.
problem. I appreciate
Take
y'all
time.
having
Thank you once again for coming to us. To us,
Thank
Punches,
you,
Kicks,
man.
and Giggles.
Thank
You know,
Thank
that's a
you.
pleasure. It's always.
That's right, 23-0, U.S. middleweight champion. Man, you're coming off the TKO win in the Dominican Republic against Yuri Gonzalez. We was just talking about that. Quick work, a little bit of frustration. How'd you
Yeah.
feel about it, man? I mean, you got to feel good just to get. That's your first time defending your belt.
Actually, that wasn't even defense of the belt.
It
That
wasn't
was actually,
defense?
That was a busy work fight, man. They want to keep me busy, so
It is.
yeah. But I mean, I feel strong about the victory. You know, I gotta say thank you to my advisor, Mike Burrell. He made sure
Mike
we
Burrell.
got that. You know, Felipe Gomez, Kevin O'Sullivan. They did their thing out there. You know, of course I can't forget Lou DiBella.
Big shout out to Mike Burrell and Lou DiBella putting you on loan for that fight.
Yeah.
Something that he did promise you when he signed. Look, we're
Yeah.
gonna try to keep you busy and stuff like
Most
that,
definitely.
man.
And that's important, would you say? I mean,
most definitely. Those long layoffs, they hurt your fighter. You know, because first and foremost, you don't have anything to look forward to. You don't have anything to be training for. You know, and if you're sitting there training, you don't want to be in camp too long or just training real hard too long. You start accumulating injuries, and I mean, you never want to go into a fight injured. You don't want to go into the fight less than 90%, because at 90% you should be able to do it. You want to be 100%, but I mean, whoever's 100.
Yeah.
You know?
and ring rust is real. Then
Exactly,
that's
yes.
real.
And you
Ring
know-
rust is real, you guys.
You know, this fight it snuck up pretty quick, especially on me. It's like last minute. I was like, "Tez's fight." You know, I was like, when did this fight come about? Did you know?
Yeah.
Did you? You had to know at least about like 2 weeks out.
Well, I knew a while back. Well, this is the thing. I was in camp and thinking I was gonna be fighting June 20th.
Okay.
My fight got pushed back to July 9th, July 14th, July 15th, July 22nd, and then finally settled on the 26th in the DR. But I mean, I can't complain because we got it. But I was a little upset that we were training that long for it, you know.
Exactly.
So
it got
it
a
snuck
little
up
bit
on
drawn out.
y'all.
more
It wasn't
longer
snuck up.
than
It didn't sneak up on me, but it definitely snuck up on y'all. I had to tell everybody, you know, I'm fighting the DR last minute.
You're watching and listening to Punches, Kicks, and Giggles only the WBGR Sports. Download the app. It's free on the iPhone or Android, whichever one you use on your preference. We're also
Team
watching us
iPhone.
on Periscope
Team
under
iPhone.
J_Russell, as well as the WBGR Facebook Live page. Tune in right now. We're talking with Alantez Fox.
Team iPhone.
That's right. He's giving his own shout outs. Alantez, first time fighting out the country, man.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? It's something that every fighter really wants to do, especially even catching a title just like that, just fighting around the world. I'm a seasoned vet of the Dominican. I don't need to know. I already know what you saw.
I was a rookie. I was a rookie out there. I was
'Cause
definitely a rookie.
I already know there's a lot of exercise in the Dominican Republic. When you go there, it goes like this.
Yeah. Oh, your neck.
It's a lot of
exercise.
neck exercise.
Sometimes you
Your
spin
neck-
around.
I know.
You might get
Yeah,
dizzy because
you
you
do.
spin around a few
Exactly.
times. You know, there's some sights out there.
It
Let's
is.
say that.
It's a lot of tourist attractions.
Yeah.
I tell you that,
Most
man.
definitely.
that
Most
was tough to focus, I'm sure.
yeah, I mean, this is the thing. When you go out on a trip like that, it's business. So I got there on a Monday, and I mean, I was down the way, so I really spent most of my time in the hotel room until it was time to work out. Then I worked out. Then it was weighing time the next morning. So you weigh in, you eating everything, you getting yourself together for the fight the next day. So really, the only day I got to even wind down a little bit was Thursday. Thursday, I spent the entire day basically at the pool. I love the weather out there.
Was that your first time to that country?
That was my first time in
general.
Dominican. Definitely.
And you heard,
first time in Dominican.
okay, good. So it's your first time on business. I already know you plan on going back. That's another question.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna go back. You know,
all right, don't call me because we'll end up in the house down there. We'll end up staying down there, like for real.
I thought about it. I was like, man, I might just start my
get some
career
roommates.
down here,
Yeah,
man. It's
get
just
a gym
easier.
and we'll make it work.
Exactly. It's just a little easier down here.
You listen to WBGR Sports on Punches, Kicks, and Giggles show. I'm already giggling, thinking about these stories with Alantez Fox. Now, Alantez, you talked about your promoter Lou DiBella working with you. Did you talk to him after your fight? Did you see how you look and everything like that? Talk about what's next for you already.
No, I didn't talk to him about it. Typically I'm dealing with my advisor more so now.
Mike.
And, Mike goes and talks to Lou for me. But of course he definitely congratulated me on Twitter and everything, and reposted and retweeted. I retweeted his tweets and everything about it. He definitely gave me a big congratulations, big shout out. So he always shouts me out. But I normally just talk to Mike. Mike tells me what's next or asks me about what could be next, and I mean we go from there normally.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely stud right here, guys. 6'5", fighting at the middleweight. Now there is a super middleweight tournament going on.
Yeah.
Right now, I know that's just a step above your weight class.
Yeah.
But if there was a middleweight tournament coming on, do you talk to Mike? Do you talk to Lou and just throw your name in the hat and be like, look, I'm very interested.
Of course.
In.
I mean, I'm interested in fighting in the super middleweight tournament. I mean,
Did you?
I think
Were you?
I think my height carries over to a lot of weight classes, so I'm not really worried about that. And it's overseas, and I hate to say it, but boxing is bigger here than it is
absolutely.
anywhere.
It is.
Absolutely.
So I'm not saying the competition won't be stiff, but I'm saying
I believe Sutherland events, Sutherland Promotions is
I don't know about that. I think it's in Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, I heard Monaco's amazing. I did some research on that. Monaco looks gorgeous.
All right, Mike, if you're listening, make that happen. If somebody falls out, you ready? It's the middleweight. I can call you middleweight monster, right?
Yeah, you can call me that. I like that.
Yeah,
that's an amazing title.
The middleweight monster right now. It's still Sly Ezza, but the middleweight monster is right there now too. I mean,
it has a good ring to it there, Jay.
Yeah.
It has a really good ring.
Came up with. I mean, that's just him and me talking and stuff on the line.
I could just see the announcer. The middleweight monster. Isn't that hot? That's hot.
Not bad at all. Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to get some masks to go with it. And everything. Masks has not really been.
I'm too pretty.
Or the monster gloves. I don't know, like put monster. Have like the monster hands on the gloves. Or something.
Yeah.
Now that would be very creative.
Yeah,
that would be a good promo
that
thing.
That would be.
It would.
We're gonna have
to. Let's go into your division. It's really stacked.
Okay.
With superstars such as Triple G, Canelo, Daniel Jacobs, Jamal Charlo, everybody. There's some big names. Who do you look at and you study? And you got your own little thing up there, but who is anybody you look at now just like I'm ready for him right now? Give me 1, 2, 3 fights. And
I mean, there's no one specific. I mean, there's no one I wouldn't fight. So, but I mean, I seen Jamal Charlo calling out a lot of. He said the whole middleweight division. I mean, you just got up here. I would definitely fight Jamal Charlo, with no hesitation. It's not anyone out there I wouldn't fight, but I would definitely fight him with no hesitation. They think he's tall because he's 6'1". I'm 6'5". It's not really a thing. I mean, I guess you hit hard and all that, but this not your division. You just there under 54.
Alantez Fox, middleweight monster, joining us on Punches, Kicks, and Giggles, live with Jay Russell, myself, and comedian Corey over right there in the corner, discussing his recent win and what's on the table with him as the WBC U.S. Middleweight Championship. Now, is there you got any feedback from Mauricio Suleiman as far as like when you're supposed to be defending this title? Since you didn't defend it on that last title? No.
I mean, I think like this is like a stepping stone belt, so I don't know if I have to defend it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really. It's just it was more so to, I guess, push me up in the rankings. Of course it's a belt, it's a title, and it does help.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know that I need to defend it or not.
Right. I got you. Yeah, said, but definitely, a lot of people would love to be in that position to fight for this. So this is big accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was big. I actually when we finally got back to the hotel and out of the ring and all the adrenaline started pumping down, I cried because it was just it felt like I finally got a little piece of what of the dream that we been chasing for so many years. I've been boxing for 17 years.
Exactly,
so
dude. I remember a couple of years ago, there was just such a long gap and layoff with you, and it was frustrating. I could see it in your eyes. I ain't even had to ask you. I was just like, look, and be like.
It's still frustrating, but it was more. You're right. It was much more frustrating then.
Yeah,
much more frustrating
because you still growing as a professional, mentally and physically. You busting your butt, and ideally somebody at your size and your weight, your height has always been a problem for people.
Most definitely.
That's what people. I know. Like I saw you standing against Felix Diaz, and it almost looked like your child with a beard, something like that.
He's short. He's definitely short.
But he's a brawler and a scrapping, man. Too bad he didn't speak any more English. I'm sure he had some more stuff.
I'm sure, I like Philly there. He put up a good fight against Lamont when we was down here. But of course, I'm going with the home team all the time. But
absolutely,
he put up a really good fight with Lamont.
Absolutely. Now, we know that I know at least that you train with a lot of guys who function in the MMA side. World.
Okay.
You know some of this stuff as well as I do.
A little bit, yeah.
I was actually with Lloyd's. I think when you got to start going over there for a while. If the money was right, would you do it? Would you participate in the world?
No. No, not at all. I would never do an MMA fight. I don't want to get kicked in my body or in my face. I don't want to get elbowed. I don't want that. All the disciplines they have to train, they get hurt so easily, it seems. As I watch them, I know they train hard and hard. And when you're going that hard, like, sometimes you just can't help but get an injury.
Right.
But when you're going that hard and that many disciplines,
you're on the ground.
It's almost impossible not to injure something. Yeah. Like I said, going to a fight at 90%. Some of them guys, they be like, man, I'm going in about 80. And go ahead and they pull it off. And if you've been training that hard, your 80 is probably better than a lot of people's 100 or their 90. So it's not a big thing. But,
all right, guys. Well, money is not an option. He's not doing it.
I'm not doing it at all.
He's not jumping in that world. He'll save that for another lifetime, maybe in another lifetime, man. Now,
maybe if they pay me like $1 billion, like
with a B, not a
$1 billion.
with a B, man. Now, you have another skill of the trade. You work as a barber, full time. You're pretty crafty with it, man. Yeah. You're pretty good with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with
it. I also had another nickname for him.
What's that?
Catch this fade, Fox.
Catch this fade, Fox.
Catch this fade, Fox. You can catch this fade. Is it literally going to catch this fade as a barber? Do you ever worry about getting hand injuries as working with a full time barber and mixing in what you do for your sport, because literally you're using your hands for paying your bills for both of your jobs.
That's true. That's a deep question.
It is.
Really think about that.
Most definitely I have, because it's been times like I remember one time specifically sparring, I hurt my left. I think it was my wrist, like really bad, to the point I came into the barbershop and could barely hold my comb.
Oh wow!
So I was in a lot of pain.
Swelling?
Or no, it wasn't swelling. It was like some. You know what? I forgot exactly what all it was, but it was in a lot of pain. A whole lot. Like I had to sit off my hand for maybe like close to a month because I wouldn't pop it at all. At first I couldn't flex it like this. To hold anything, to hold no punches. And like I said, for the comb, this little slight movement hurt so much. So I just,
jeez.
I made it through, and I don't honestly, I don't know if that week those haircuts were the best haircuts or not. I gave it my best effort there.
You did give it best effort.
I gave my best effort, but it happens that way. The bottom line is, I don't want to be a barber the rest of my life. I want to be a boxer the rest of my life, So my goal in 2018 is to only be cutting hair maybe on the weekend. And then training and train fully throughout the week. Give 300% in the gym. It's not that I don't give 150 to 200% now, but if I can give 300, nobody will definitely be able to stop me. But it's when I know after training, I gotta go to work, and I gotta stand up for a few hours, or even if I'm sitting down for a few hours waiting on customers, man,
Do you
just
feel like
bad.
that's the time you would rather be in the gym when you're sitting around or when you're waiting for those particular clients? Do you feel like, oh man, do you kind of lose yourself in just kind of daydreaming about that, being in the gym?
I do. I think more so I would spend more time resting up for the gym, you know? So let's put it in perspective. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I might go to the gym 3 separate times. So I go to my strength and conditioning, I go to the gym for boxing, and I might go to running later on. But see, sometimes we run in the morning, and that helps out. But if I go to strength and conditioning and then boxing and go to work, when it's time to run, I might not have anything left.
Yeah.
And just go, and that run is lackluster, to say the least.
Man, huge
You know what I
props
mean?
and respects, because I don't think people understand or know how difficult it is to work a full-time job and to be a professional boxer, especially on this level that you're going at right now, being 23-0, catcher in the belt.
Yeah.
Very difficult. I think I mentioned to you, Corey, like a while ago. I was like, man, I was thinking about going overseas, becoming a kickboxer and being a pro. And the money is good over there. But I was like, man, to do this every day, I was like, man, it's like, I don't know if I get hurt, I'm scared that I suppose I can't pay my rent or my bills.
People don't understand that grind, man.
It's a serious grind.
Wow.
So being on this level, as much as you are, major respect, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He's fighting guys that do boxing full time. Nothing but boxing.
Yeah.
So him being a stylist, a barber, whatever you want to call it.
Barber
he's one of the
stylist.
best
A master
in the
barber.
very- a master barber too.
Yeah, barber stylist.
You know, he has that.
A monster barber.
That's good. That's good.
That's right there. Yeah, it's very difficult. So much more appreciation to you. Let's talk about the strength and conditioning part. When that has to have some kind of effect for you too in your workplace, because you're standing up all day.
Yeah.
I know them leg drills that D be giving you.
Yeah.
With the sleds and stuff like
Definitely.
that.
Shout out to Advanced Work Performance, D'Angelo Kennard. That's my strength and conditioning coach. He's been my strength and conditioning coach the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Maybe more. But it's been times. I remember this one time specifically. It's Saturday morning. Like I said, on Saturday morning, we get up at 5 to train at 6. And then after that, we train for about an hour and a half. Then I go to the barbershop after that. This one particular day, he had us do 1,000 squats and 500 push-ups.
What?
So I went to the shop.
In a day?
Yes. In an hour and a half, mind you.
Oh, no.
In an hour and a half. So I go to the barbershop. My shoulders are so tight. I'm over there cutting my fade. I'm like, oh, God. I got to rest. Cutting the fade. I'm, oh, God. My arms shaking. I can't even hold my clippers. I'm like, oh, God. You know, but I mean, that's a part of it, and I feel like that's the grind right there. And I mean, it is what it is. One day I'll look back and I'll laugh at like, you know, I used to go 6 a.m. and then go cut hair. One of these days I'm not gonna cut hair at all. You know, like I said, the first goal, the first stepping stone is to cut hair on just the weekend, and you know, relax during the week, give more time to the gym, and then pretty soon it's gonna be he doesn't cut hair anymore.
What's been the talks to progress you to get to that point with your team, with Mike, Lou, your dad, who serves as your coach? What has been the talks that helped you get there? Like you said, 2018 is August right now. We'll be here in a couple months. Right.
Well, I think more so that's a decision I'll come to on my own. But I mean, Mike Barra is doing his job. And he's talking to Lou, and Lou's doing his job. They give me the fights. They give me the fights that I'm contracted, you know. And so they give me opportunities. I'm hearing things. I'm always hearing back and forth. Well, my dad is actually always hearing back and forth from Mike. And I mean, we're always looking for the next opportunity. It's not, you know. Of course, I always tell you, it's not me. It's everybody else.
Yeah.
They always say, no, we won't fight him. No, we don't want to fight him. Even if when it comes down to, well, you can't fight on TV unless you fight him. Well, we don't want to even fight at all then. That's how it happens, you know what I mean? But I'm always ready. There's not a challenge I'm not willing to take. And as a competitor, I'm always ready to step up to the next level.
How many more bouts do you want this year before the year is over?
At least one.
At least one more.
Yeah, I mean, another 10-round fight. That's cool. That's fine. Like 3 fights a year doing 10 rounds, especially that last fight was just 4 rounds.
Yeah, but
I feel like I can go. So if they wanted to call me in August or this month here, I should be ready. I could be able to be ready. I'm back in the gym. I was in the gym yesterday. I'm back in the gym working. You know, I'm running. I still was running no matter what. So when they call, I'm ready.
You're watching WBGR Sports Punches, Kicks, and Giggles show with myself, the DJ _ Russell on Twitter. If you're following on Periscope and downloading the WBGR Sports app, which is free on Apple and Android, along with Corey Lasan over here, comedian Corey right over there, corner, and our in-studio guest, Alantez Slizer Fox, the middleweight monster, also the WBC United States Middleweight Championship.
I'm also on Twitter.
That's right. Give out your social media.
It's SLYAZAFOX. Slizer Fox is SLYAZAFOX on everything. On Facebook, I'm Alantez Fox. On Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, it's Slizer Fox. Slizer Fox everywhere.
He is one half of also the Twin Towers.
The Fox Twin Towers.
Gotta give a shout out to your brother. Your brother is really progressing, man.
Man,
Mike Fox is really developing as a fighter, and we'll get him in here separately as well because I want to give him his respect and shots. I don't want to feel like he got neglected or anything because he is doing his own thing. He's slowly finding his path. I'm really watching him grow. I'm not sure where this is coming from, but he's putting in that work.
Yeah, I
don't know if he's studying Big Bro.
I always told him he had the potential to be the fighter he is now. It's just he wouldn't put forth the effort. But but my mom always said this. She said Mike does everything on his time, right, at his pace. She said he even came out 5 days late. Yeah. He supposed to come out the 23rd. He came out October 28th. He comes out when he's ready. But when he was ready to be born, it was time. Let's go. Come on, go. And like it's like he rushed out of her womb. That's what she told me. Like he rushed out of her womb. So now that he's coming to his own, we had an argument the other day about just fighting and everything. I watched another fighter and we was talking about boxes and whether Mike could beat a certain fighter and. I had to go out and say it, man. You don't know anyone that boxes better than Mike Fox. You can't name anyone that boxes better than Mike Fox. Right. And the person don't. I mean, when I say something like that, people can't really say, "Well, he boxes." No, you don't have an answer to that because Mike Fox is per boxer.
Yeah, he's the professor for a reason.
Yeah,
he's the professor.
Exactly.
What is Mike's record now?
Mike is 14-0.
14-0. I was about to say 13-0. Now Mike is probably just 1 inch shorter than Alantez.
Not even that anymore.
He's
like my height.
Probably the same height. 6'5" and fighting at 135, which is
he fights 140.
140.
Yeah, he's kind of growing out of 140. So he'd probably be fighting 47 next year. He's getting bigger. He's coming to his man.
140, 147. Yeah. That's a problem in itself with that height, man. He's really coming along. So big shout out to you, Mike Fox. Other half of the Twin Towers on WBGR Sports, Punches, Kicks, and Giggle Show. Let's do a breakdown and recap, if we shall, of UFC 214 and go on to Bruno Garcia. There's some comment that you made that I definitely want to talk about with that fight.
That's cool.
And that's
I'm ready.
Reason why he's on the show.
I'm ready.
All right. I know you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Go over UFC 214, reading the breakdown. Robin Lawler versus Donald Cerrone. I'm going to comment on that fight. I thought it was a draw. Could have went any way. But they scored it away for Robbie Lawler on UFC 214. Also, Cyborg versus Tanya Avenger. Tanya Avenger is a veteran that came over from Invicta. Had a little bit of chin, if you guys saw it, if you want to comment on breaking that down. Chris Cyborg eventually ended it. Third round TKO. She's finally got her belt, something that had been promised to her years
for a
ago.
very long time.
She can fight. I think Cyborg's going to be a problem for a while.
Okay.
I think she is.
You know better than I do.
Tyrone Woodley versus Damian Maia. Kind of a snooze fest. Served as his co-main. Woodley could have did more. Won by decision on that fight. He had over 20 takedown defenses in that fight.
Tyrone Woodley did?
Yeah. 20 takedown.
Nice. That's nice.
Over 20. And it was like I said, it was a smooth snooze fest. He could have did more in that fight. I'm sure he's going to improve upon that performance next time. And also the headliner, Jones versus Cormier. John Jones is back,
Jones,
as we expected. Head kick. Cormier was getting at him.
But and that's
Knocked
what
the mouthpiece out.
he did knock the mouthpiece out. No one expected that. He knocked the mouthpiece out, which was so unexpected. But one thing I liked about Cormier is that he took time. He took a good pace. He was pretty much in control of the fight.
Yeah.
And he was picking his shots.
He was.
And he was landing them. He was landing them pretty clean.
He was. He took a very different approach from the first matchup from what I seen.
Yeah.
He looked very focused. But John Jones was picking him apart around that second time. He took his time, got that knockout with the head, measuring him up like a baseball bat going right to his head.
Oh, so you knocked him out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it was.
He stopped it not just with the head kick. It was followed up by elbow, then ground and pound.
Well, you forgot about the trip, though.
Yeah, the trip.
You forgot about the trip. The trip, it's like he tripped him, and he had him spinning in a 180 degree, or was it 360? It was a 360 degree, and then he was completely off balance, and then that's when Jones did a flying knee kick. Am I right? To the chest, which put him down. And then that's when he started doing the hammer fist and the elbows, which was pretty vicious.
It was pretty solid.
Pretty vicious.
And he could have went more, but I think he really, I think after hearing him speak, had some genuine respect. He had some classy things to say, despite all that beef and stuff that was going on.
And let me just go back to
John Jones did.
But let me just say this though, and a lot of people when I was watching, it was almost concerning because it was like, okay, is Cormier going to do something? And it's almost like the referee was actually over him like, okay, are you going to do something?
Right.
And he was giving him that opportunity. So when Cormier didn't exactly get up, it almost felt like, was he offended at the referee because he let him pound him for so long? So it wasn't quite certain exactly what happened. And as you said, John, just the sportsmanship of Jones was just tremendous. It was just remarkable.
It was very classy. He said he was a model champion, model husband, model everything. And he said he represents the organization well. He can only help to fill his shoes. That's a big statement coming from John Jones. It seems like he's really gathered it together and turned it around a little bit more mentally, a little bit more focused. Him calling out Brock Lesnar after that fight.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
What'd you say? Cocaine was what?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. But check this out though. You know, touching on what you just said. You know, this is championship fighting. You know, even though it's not boxing, but I mean, you gotta give time before you stop something like that. This is champion. It's a lot on the line for that. That's probably why the ref didn't just jump in immediately. Because I mean, if it may have been anyone else, he might have jumped in and stopped it. But because this is a championship, this is the second time around. It's a championship fight. He has a good ground game from what I know. Daniel Cormier does, and so I expected. I wouldn't even expected it to be stopped shortly after him being put down. It should have been a not long ground and pound, but just a little lengthy.
Yeah, and you know I think the head kick is kind of what closed the deal.
Yeah,
it pretty much he was down for the count because just like you said, I was kind of expecting something else and it didn't happen. But you talked about Jones and his sportsmanship and how he was given much praise and much
we could talk
homage.
about Cormier's sportsmanship.
Let's talk about Cormier. Go ahead.
Well, he was very emotional. Very emotional.
He was so emotional.
He was in tears.
He had like the ugly cry, the baby ugly cry face.
He's a meme now.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
he was like,
this fight stuff means a lot, man. Yeah, I can see that. I would cry. If you cry for wins, you'll definitely cry for losses.
The one thing he said that was key to me, he said, "There's no rivalry, no more. He's the champ. There's no rivalry."
Was this in his did he
That's
tweet this?
Right after the match.
Oh,
Just on that. He said, "There's no rivalry. There's no rivalry. He beat me twice."
He conceded that.
You know.
I mean, he was a little heartbroken because when the referee wanted to say, "Okay, new champion," and he just said no, he just snatched his hand from the ref and just went in his corner and just started sobbing, and his face, looked like the sad clown. Just really.
He left the cage, and he had to come back.
Oh, so he came back. Okay. That's what I missed then, because when he left, I didn't know he came
He
back.
came back.
I read his Instagram though. He was very apologetic.
It's a lot that these guys put in.
That's a whole lot, man. I mean, but
He was very disappointed.
yeah,
Very disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes when you could have had the perfect camp, perfect sparring, everything on point.
Everything on point.
And the game plan,
But this dude just better.
Just be like, man, I did everything right, and he caught. All it took was that one shot.
It always only takes one shot. It's always one shot.
And it's a wrap. So the concede on and to go forward into Bruno Garcia before we wrap it up with US 214. John Jones is ready for anybody, in my opinion. I see him reigning for a long time.
And what's his name is coming back from retirement.
Who's that?
I'm gonna get his information, but he did retire and now he wants to fight John Jones. So I'm gonna find out who that is.
Okay,
I know who it is.
We'll have that next on the Nexus Punks Kicks and Giggles show. We're going to talk about Bruno Garcia, which is something I know Alantez Fox is something itching to talk about right there. The results.
It's not like that.
What did we see? What do we expect next for both guys? Go ahead. Comment Corey first and Alantez here.
What do we see? I was on the
What
computer.
did we see from Bruno Garcia? What did you see? What
did I see?
Yeah, what did you see?
I
know that's all.
I really, I don't know what I saw. That's the thing is I don't really know exactly what I saw. I know what I wanted to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to see, I didn't see.
Good answer. No, it's a good answer.
Yeah.
Oh, say can you see? You know what I'm saying? It was, to me, and everyone, and I went through YouTube, I went through all of these social medias, and I mean, this one guy went in on Broner. I mean, he went in, and all I could say is, it wasn't a good performance at all. I could see if it was competitive, almost like a Danny Jacobs, and a Triple G, where Danny Jacobs got knocked down. He got back up, but he fought his tail off, right?
Right.
So at the end of the fight, it was almost like at the end of the movie Creed, where you say, well, you didn't win, but daggone, you put on a hell of a fight, and we still salute you.
Yeah.
And wow, that was such a great fight. We respect you. There's one thing if you didn't do a good performance, and you know you didn't do a good performance. Say you didn't do a good performance and be humble about it. And that was the issue that I had with the whole fight was he, look, he could say, you know what, tonight wasn't my great performance. I'm sorry if I let everybody down, but I thank you guys for supporting me, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to just go back to the drawing board, and I'm going to do the best that I can. Next time you see me, I don't know what's next, but thank you for coming out. Give it up to Garcia. Period. But we didn't get that.
No.
At the end of the fight, we got it completely opposite.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna still see me. I feel like he was just delusional to say a comment like that. Just completely delusional. So I was very disappointed. I expected a little bit more. If not, okay, you didn't win, but a little bit more of a competitive fight. I didn't see it. I was very disappointed. And even after the fight, when one of the social guys actually interviewed him while he was going to his truck or his vehicle, he still had the same attitude.
Right.
And it's like, come on, what's that about?
WBC U.S. middleweight champ Alantez Fox. Your comments, please.
I posted on social media, that I was disappointed, but I'm disappointed as a fan, as somebody who kind of looks up to Adrian Broner, and what I tweeted was, for somebody to have all the opportunities and all the skill in the world.
We know that skill is there. We know it. We seen it.
Well, I've seen it on several occasions,
and,
man. The first time I met Adrian,
we know him on a different level. We know this, man. The first time
I met Adrian Broner, he came down here. This is before he blew up at all.
Yeah, before he was big at all.
He had that fire in his stomach, man. I seen him go sit and go toe to toe and work like hell with Dominic Wade, with Lamont Peterson, with Anthony Peterson, and give them everything they wanted. There was hellified work. It was a show. You could have paid to watch that spawn.
Yeah.
And then from when he just blew up, he just kind of did something. I don't know, man. Like that fame, that drug called fame, it got to him, and I hated it, man. I just hated. I hated watching his downfall. Like I said, all the opportunities and all the time in the world, for you to go out and put in a performance like that, just I don't know. No, not listening, not trying, just just not putting forth the effort. I know you possess. I know you're in shape. I know you have the skills to do it. And personally, I'm still not really all the way sold on Mike Garcia. I don't have anything against Mike Garcia, and I won't call him a bum at all.
No.
At all. I feel like he's skilled, but I feel like true Adrian Bonner would have beat him handily.
Yeah.
The guy coming up from 35, Adrian Bonner coming down to 40, and actually being serious and making 140.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have smashed him. And if you watch the fight, there were rounds where Adrian started hitting him and hurting him.
Yeah.
Especially late, like after round 9, he felt like I'm losing, and I really expected him, like once he hit him with a few shots, and I expected him like, oh man, he might put him down a couple times. That could be a draw right there. They're gonna come back to another fight, but it's like he stepped in the gas for a second and let up.
He just
Right.
let up.
And I was just so disappointed because I just know for a fact. And like I said, I'm disappointed as a fan, as a person who looks up. I know for a fact, had you taken everything serious like you're supposed to, you could be on top of the world.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
As a fan, I echo the same sentiments as these guys too. Seeing this guy, knowing him in person for a couple of years, knowing what he's capable of, he's far from done. But we seen this in the last fight with Sean Porter too.
Yeah.
We seen this in this fight. It's like that switch comes off a little bit too late, where it's a panic button. Like, I know I'm losing, and that panic button should be on from the bell, from the first bell, from the start. So, question is, fellas, what is next for each guy? For Mikey Garcia and Adrian Broner, what's next for him?
Well, Mike Garcia, if he stays at 140, they're speaking on that Terrence Crawford fight, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think he can. I don't think he can do anything with Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence Crawford is one of the best fighters, pound for pound, in the world. Like I really think like he keeps.
And he did call him out.
Pacquiao. Yeah, he keeps calling a lot of people. He calls a lot of people. And the thing is, I have supreme faith in Terrence Crawford. Like, man, Terrence Crawford would do that. So if Terrence Crawford were to fight Mike Garcia, if Mike Garcia happens to beat Terrence Crawford or gives him a hell of a fight, I'll concede and I'll give him much more respect for that. For Adrian Bonner, I guess I really would like him. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know where he's gonna be at, but I really would like him to reevaluate some things and just start taking it serious again, man. Just start, training like he used to. Just be the old him. Be hungry. Well, I don't know where the fire died at, but it's not there like that, like it was anymore. He's not the same fighter. Like I said, I'm speaking from a fan of his work. Because I've seen this man. I've seen this man knock people out in the gym. I've seen him put on shows. This man is he's an amazing fighter.
But what happens, you could have a great training camp and you can do all in the sparring sessions and everything like that. And I think Paulie Malignaggi said this too. It's like, can you take what you've worked so hard for in the gym and transition that to the ring? Is that hard to do?
It's pretty tough. Pretty tough.
Has it become a mental thing?
It is. What they say about fighting? It's 90% mental.
Well, the thing is, it's not just translating. It's like some of it is translating because if you're not listening to your coaches in practice, you're not gonna listen to your coach in a pressure situation.
Well, maybe that's the case because I don't know what I mean, is it me? But it seemed like his corner really wasn't feeding him any real constructive criticism to really get him to that place. It just seemed like it was like an episode from Rocky, get in there and beat him. Come on, Yeah,
they did. Yeah, Sam Lewis terrible. They did. You're right.
Come on, you bum. Come on, it's like that whole Mickey. You know what I'm saying? Rocky.
It's like, at the same time, like we know Mike Stafford. We know his coach. Yeah. We know Levi. He's been with him since they was Pee-wee, since they 5 years
Right.
old. Everything he's told him up to this point, he don't need to tell him what to change because, like I said, we know what he's capable
Right.
of. He knows if he says something, this is what you got to do.
Okay.
And there's certain things in code that you
Okay.
can't say on mic in the corner, but like, we know what we need to do, right?
I mean, Mike
You know
told
what
us. Mike was telling them from like round 4 on. Look, walk forward with your jab, and use your combinations. You can walk him back. You're stronger than him. He kept saying that.
Yeah.
Then it got to the point where Adrian wasn't doing it, and Mike was just yelling like, "Come on, what are
Yeah.
you doing, right?"
That's the
And like
formula.
I'm in there, and Adrian's in there. He's like, oh, "I got you, baby. Nah, I got you. But you're not doing it, man." And I'm like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah.
don't you realize that you're losing right now? Like, man, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm a fan. I'm only disappointed as a fan of his. You know what I mean? Like I got a lot of love for Adrian. You know, every time I speak to him, he shows me love. You know, he shows his version of love, which is the jokes and punches and giggles. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
So, but
Exactly.
but that dude is when he wants to be super talented.
Yeah.
I seen him knock this guy out right in spawn. This is recent. Knock this guy out in spawn one day, right? The same dude's come back over. It probably was like Friday. He's about to knock dude. It's one of our guys. He's about to knock him out again. He said, "Hey Tez, watch this. Somebody get him right." Nah, please don't. Nah, don't do it. He said, "Don't." All right. And then when
Yeah,
he came
he
out
cut it
of the
down.
ring, I was like, "Man, look, I appreciate that. I probably could have. I know you were saying it, but I'm glad you didn't do that. I appreciate that."
When he coulda
But I
capitalized.
mean, at the same time, maybe he should have. Maybe he should have just kept that killer going like that.
Yeah, and I'm tired of a lot of critics saying he needs a new coach. That's not
Nah,
it.
man.
Mike is a fantastic coach.
don't
Works
know
with the
about
U.S. Olympic boxing team. He's a phenomenal coach. This has been with Robert Easter Jr. Been with Rasheed Warren. He has champions under it. It doesn't need a coaching change. That's not
No,
the
I don't
fix.
think
That's
so
not
either.
the incident on there. But Mikey Garcia, as far as him going forward, now it's tough to market a guy who really doesn't have too much of a personality. It's tough to come to the ring with a tracksuit and a cowboy hat on. That doesn't
That's
really
his.
level, man.
That's his thing,
Hey,
though.
look.
That's his thing. No one else really. I mean,
Yeah.
he started that whole thing. I mean,
Yeah.
there's been other people that've done
Yeah.
it, but I mean, that's his shtick.
But Mike Garcia can fight. He can fight his ass
He
off,
can
and
scrap.
he's Hispanic. He's not.
He's not the stereotypical Hispanic fighter that just walks you down.
No,
he's actually
he's
technically
systematic.
sound.
I give him all his props in the world. I'm not super impressed by him. Like a lot of people are impressed by Mike. I'm just like I don't see it. I don't see it. Like of course he's not flashy. Even
Right.
to me, Mike Fox isn't all that flashy, but he gets the job done. And I mean, when you're that technically sound, it becomes flashy as an actual fighter watching boxing. You know what I mean? So Mike
But-
Garcia is good. He just doesn't impress.
But then
me.
you have somebody like Adrian Broner who is flashy,
right.
but then the results aren't there. He's flashy in the ring. He's flashy outside the ring. A little too much outside the ring, if you ask
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people are saying, you know what? Just bring it down a notch and just focus on the fights and win. And then if you get enough wins, then you can be flashy all you want and become like a Mayweather Jr. Which
Right.
almost
Now you
seems
got 3 losses,
which
man.
almost
Right,
seems
right.
like that's what his whole goal was. You don't come to the ring with a ski mask on. Like we've already seen that. We've seen that with B-Hop.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you doing? Stop.
He was there though. He was. That's the thing. Adrian was there. You were there. You just when it was time to step up to these opportunities, man. That's what it makes it seem like. Every time you step up to a major opportunity, you fall. But it's not for lack of talent.
And
It's
you don't
lack
think
of
the weight
trying.
you don't think the weight had anything to do with coming down in that weight, because when
That's
he
what
was
he's
at the
supposed to be.
weigh-in, he looked really tiny. I mean, compared to, it
I
just
mean, I
he
feel
looks-
like 140 is where he's supposed to be at. I don't feel like 47. I feel like he's too small. He's not strong enough for 47. And Sean Porter proved that. Mike Donald also proved that you're
Yeah,
not strong
47.
enough for 47.
Yeah.
But at 40, I feel like he could have matched up. When he was, like I said, when he's hitting Mike Garcia, when he actually was trying to hit Mike Garcia and was hitting Mike Garcia, he was hurting Mike Garcia. But you can't just
stand
hit
there.
with 2 shots and then win the round unless they were like devastating blows to put him down.
Yeah, and I don't think Adrian's going to be. I'm not buying the talk as being a gatekeeper, only having 3 losses in a 4-time championship. I'm not buying that. He still can be an awful matchup for a lot of people.
That's a hell of a gatekeeper.
You know, you don't want nobody like that as a gatekeeper.
That's a hell of a gatekeeper.
To say and read comments saying he's a gatekeeper, that's not somebody you want as a gatekeeper. Shouldn't be a gatekeeper.
If you want to test your prospects against him, you're gonna be upset. He's gonna upset a lot of prospects.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he has that talent to do that.
Exactly.
I don't know, but I don't know what's next for him. Now.
I think like what Alantez says, it takes some time to reevaluate. 6 months, maybe a year off, and find that inner focus, find that grind, support your family, and get right back out of that dog. We used to, like you said, we seen the sparring sessions.
Yeah,
we was convinced being with his stablemate Jamel Herring and Terrence Crawford out there and Shakur Stevenson that this is going to be phenomenal. We're going to see the thing. And it didn't show up, but styles make fights. Things happen. He'll learn from it. And if we know him the way we know him, we know that he's going to show up next time if he really puts his all to it.
And
it can't be 90%. It got to be 100%.
It has to be 100%.
It's got to be what you said, 300%.
Yeah.
It's got to be 300%.
He got it. He has it. He doesn't have to do anything but box. You know what I mean? I'm giving forth all the effort. I'm giving forth. And I'm still doing the job and stuff like that. I drive Lyft.
Exactly.
I work at the barber shop. I do all I can to get this money. You got enough money where you don't need to do anything but box. When I get to that point, the first fight I get out, I'm done. I'm done with all the other stuff. I'm gonna make my main focus boxing. That's all I want. Right now, my main focus is making sure my bills get paid and all that, and between fights and stuff like that. But as soon as I can just focus on boxing and I'm well off, it's a whole different fight. I already feel like I'm good, but that's the step I feel I need to take to become great.
Yes.
Mikey Garcia stays independent. Good thing or bad thing for boxing? Hurt him or help him?
What you mean?
He's not with a promoter. Of course, he learned the hard way. Being out, Top Rank. He fought his rights. I respect that. Nothing against Top Rank because we enjoy some of the events they do, and we enjoy and respect some of their fighters. Big shout out to Mike. Yes, indeed. We're gonna have you on soon, buddy.
Indeed.
So, not to say this, but with Mikey Garcia, is it going to be harder for him? Of course, he negotiates his own purse, and he got $1 million back because guess what? He lost $1 million trying to get out that Top Rank, so he's back where he started. Good thing or bad for him to be in the situation he is where he can talk to multiple promoters.
I feel like it's a good thing because, when you deal with, like, say you're dealing with Bob Burnham or you're dealing specifically with promoters, they all will they put you, they lock you into a specific network and stuff like that. Now being independent, he has run of the mill. I can fight. He can fight whomever, wherever, on whatever channel he wants to. So I'm always getting maximum exposure. I can always get whatever exposure I want. Yeah. As long as these people are willing to fight me.
And get majority of that.
You get majority of the cash too. That's true too. That is also true.
Mike is
no manager cut.
Yeah, he can pretty much just like being a free agent. Well, not so much being a free agent.
I think that experience he had with Top Rank could have really just learned from it. And being this fight, he was probably more eager to say that, look, this is my chance to showcase that I'm more than just an independent. I'm gonna show you why I left Top Rank.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
see what I'm saying? I think he had a statement to say too, as well in that respect. So congratulations to Mikey on that event. Also, a big shout out and congratulations to Rasheed Warren on his win. His comeback. He showed out. He showed out.
Rasheed.
So let's do a wrap up of what's coming up and what's happening recently. Congratulations to Vladimir Klitschko. Retirement.
Vladimir is finally hanging up the gloves.
Yeah.
What, 27?
Sure,
27
ballot,
years.
Absolute Hall of Fame. No question in my mind. Automatic. Probably Hall of Fame. I think the limit is 10. You got to be out of boxing in 5 to 10 years or something like that. He's definitely a lock. So I don't blame him. He has all this health. He has 2 PhDs. Dude's smart as hell. He knows what he's doing. He has all.
And he's a businessman. He's got so much.
He's running a hotel chain.
I didn't know that.
He's running.
He's got so much.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I want to thank everybody for supporting me and It's like
You sound like a Philippine and Russian.
I sound like a Klitschko
like Manny
Pacquiao. That's what
You said Klitschko.
Manny Klitschko.
Manny Klitschko. I want to thank everybody.
You sound like Manny Klitschko there. Comedian Corey, Alantez Fox, and myself, John Russell, on the Punches, Kicks, and Giggles show on the WBGR Sports Network. Also, there's rumors of Tim Bradley retiring. Good thing for him. Good thing for him.
Huh?
I don't know if there's anything out there for him because the layoff, like we were speaking earlier, Alantez, he's had a long layoff. He's earned lots of money
earned some good money.
3 Pacquiao fights. You
What
know,
is-
it's 3, right?
Yeah,
Or
it's
2?
3. It's 3.
Right?
It's
He had
3.
trilogy.
It's 3.
It's
Yeah,
3?
it's 3.
3 Pacquiao fights.
Yeah.
And, in the last part of his career, he cut out his advisor where he had Monica,
His wife.
managing him. And it was for that reason. It could have been the
He
same
cut out
reason.
Cameron Duncan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cameron Duncan, Too Sharp had problems with him back in the day. So, Cameron Duncan, I don't know. I'm not trying to get sued. I ain't going to say
I'm
nothing.
not going to say nothing.
I'm not going to say nothing. But,
wait. Is Terrence Crawford still with Cameron Duncan?
is it what? Terrence Crawford?
Yeah.
Is he still what?
Cameron Duncan. With Cameron Duncan.
I believe so.
Okay.
I want to say so. But who knows? We're going to get in Terrence Crawford as well because he has something coming up. But Tim Bradley, if you are retiring, salute to you. I think he's had a great career. I think he's put together an excellent resume. Exciting fight. The one fighter we wanted to see, we was talking about him and Sean Porter.
Yeah, the
No.
the headbutt.
That'd have been
like
awful.
two
Yeah,
goats.
man.
The headbutt.
Terrible. That'd have been a terrible fight.
Clink. My helmet stuck.
The headbutt of boxing.
But
It would be hilarious.
So
to
many cuts. So many cuts. They sat there and but if they did find the distance on each other and start fighting,
Oh, it would be. Oh my God!
It'd be like
That's
two
what
pit
make it
bulls. Yeah, it'd be like 2 pit bulls.
It's a good boss. Now let's talk about what's coming up on the boxing schedule. Tonight we also in Detroit. We see the Olympian Clarissa Shields facing Nikki Adler, 16-0 for the vacant IBF World Middleweight title, WBC World Female Super Middleweight title. Is it? Clarissa's done a lot already. I mean, she hasn't lost since the amateur.
She's been very busy since after the Olympics. She's
this
been
amount of belts this early.
She's been.
She can fight, though, man. She can fight.
That's
very
your weight
busy.
class, Alantez. It's different for females, though, right?
Yeah, it's a lot different, man.
Yeah.
I'm a man. I don't.
Yeah, but you guys talked to her when she was at the MGM.
Yeah, man, she's
Real
cool,
humble.
man. She's
She's
humble.
real
about it.
humble.
She carries her medals around, but I mean, I
Still
feel
got that
it.
twang, the
I
accent.
feel it. Yeah. Nah, man.
She's a
Clarissa's
sweetheart,
cool,
though.
Man. She's cool.
Clarissa's
Yeah, she's
cool.
definitely a sweetheart.
I was pretty intimidated. I mean, I saw her. I mean, I was. She was walking, and
She got it.
it's like, and her face was straight. I mean, it was
Don't
like.
ever meet Serena Williams then. Good, you talking about somebody jacked and beautiful.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hi.
Ah.
Like, hold on, I need some water. How you
That's
doing?
how I don't know how Drake got with her. I was like, man, what? I will break you, Drake.
Exactly, man. Also tonight on ESPN, not to be left out, Golden Boy, former 2 contenders right here, Mauricio Herrera takes on Jesus Soto Carras. Carras coming off 2 back-to-back losses to Miguel Cotto's future opponent, who's fighting on August 26th, Yoshiro Kamagai. Who do you got, Alantez?
Miguel Cotto.
No, for the for tonight's fight.
Herrera fight?
Yeah, Herrera.
I'm going
Soto
Herrera.
I'm going Herrera too. Based
Herrera's good, man. He's just he's an awkward fighter.
I think he's going to be a little bit faster for Soto Carras, and I think Soto Carras is going to be a step slower. And the angles that he
Man,
presents.
Soto Carras, man, we were just talking about that, and we were in the DR. And we were talking about Soto Carras, man. That dude, he's a gatekeeper. That's a person you call a gatekeeper. Like, if you go in there, and your prospects beats him, he might be legit.
So he's like a Guerrero, basically.
Nah,
Not quite as
He's not
Guerrero.
on the Guerrero level yet. I think Guerrero's.
Guerrero's
too. ain't he? Yeah, but
he was a little
Guerrero,
bit better at his feet.
He's been kind of a puncher bag his last few fights. Man.
Right. Also, this Saturday on ESPN, WBO super middleweight Vasil Lomachenko takes home Miguel Moreira, 25-2. Only 2 losses for him, coming at 126 pounds. I think we know what to expect here.
Yeah.
That's that. Lomachenko he's awesome. He's awesome.
He's awesome, but do you think that everyone is making him to be like the best in his weight class? Like, but I mean, they are like.
He had a fought Rigondeaux.
Yeah, and if he moves up, I think it's going to be a problem with him. I don't think he's going to carry that power with him if he moves up. You can be agile and have that same footwork, but you get hit going up, like he said he wants to in the future. It's going to be a problem for him. He's going to think twice about that.
But I mean, the Lomachenko is like, he's being praised. I mean, he's just. Oh, everyone is just. This is like, he's like the golden calf of.
No, I'm gonna go with what Rigondeaux said. It's crazy how they call him the Matrix. I mean, and he's white. You know, I've been doing this, and I mean, that's the truth. Yeah, Rigondeaux is awesome.
He is awesome.
Now, I will say this: Rigondeaux has been dropped a few times, but it's not always because he gets called with a shot. It's because he gets called with a shot doing his footwork thing. You know, sometimes your feet are out of place.
Yeah.
And it is with him. I've never seen him really like truly hurt. I've seen him off balance, get called with a shot, he go down, come right back up, like, and then he finishes the fight, destroying whomever it was. You know, Rigondeaux is awesome. I still would love to see him and Lomachenko fight, and I'm gonna go with Rigondeaux. I don't think it would be an easy fight at all. By any means, would it be an easy fight? But
that is a pay-per-view
I'm going with Rigondeaux. Yes, it is. I feel like that would. A lot of people gonna think, oh, that's gonna be boring. It wouldn't be boring for the simple fact that Lomachenko is a pursuer.
Yeah. And
Rigondeaux does best and makes his fights exciting with anyone who pursues him.
Yes. Excellent counter punch.
Right.
Excellent counter punch. If that happens.
Let's make it happen. If I can make it happen, I want to see it.
Awesome. That would be an awesome fight, and I think it would really. They might get a trilogy out of it and some more, man. I would definitely pay.
So then, what are they waiting for? Because it's almost like
I
that's.
don't want to get too off on top.
Okay.
Let's start. There's a co-main on that card with Raimundo Beltran versus Brian Van Cast. Shout out to Raimundo Beltran fighting for his citizenship, man. That's a huge thing.
That's what he's doing right now.
He's still.
I thought he was fighting for his last fight. He thought he was.
I think
the last fight.
I thought he was done.
He could be done, but I think there's still some work process. You can't be like. It's like this. It's like say if you have another job in the U.S., you're coming over here, but like, okay, I did one job and I'm done. You know what I'm saying? You got to follow that up. I think it's that kind of political, kind of legal process that he has to go to. But
it's like that last paperwork that you forgot to fill out.
To feed your family, you're trying to stay. Imagine trying to fight to stay in the country.
I like Ray Beltran, man. I like Ray Beltran.
He's coming up.
He's
been discussed for Lomachenko.
He's been here. Like, okay, my fight, my fourth fight, I fought in a car with him. Mm-hmm. I fought a car with him and Seth Mitchell. Mm-hmm. And Seth Mitchell knocked his man out, and Ray Beltran was the main event on that card. I forgot who he fought. But
I remember that.
But he fought the guy, man. That was a hell of a fight.
Yeah,
I remember
Ray Beltran can fight, and even in Ray Beltran's last fight, he is so dangerous because he was kind of getting pieced up. He just caught boom. I was like, oh my God! I went crazy to watching that. I was like, oh shit! I don't like that, man. I like Ray Beltran.
The rest of the schedule, what we got coming up next on Punches, Kicks, and Giggles, we're going to be talking about August 19th, Terrence Crawford, Julius Ndungu, Nebraska, featuring Nicholas Walters, Bryant Jennings, our own.
Oh,
Mike
Nick Walters coming back?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, but when you go up against somebody like Lomachenko, you can't even be.
Can be.
I was a little upset that he quit, but
yeah, he did quit. He did quit. The Jamaican quit. The Axeman quit.
I was very disappointed at that.
Yeah, I mean,
but you know what? I was disappointed, but I also could see it because I'm like, I don't think he's that good. I was like, man, but I said this. I said Lomachenko's going to expose how basic Nicholas Walters actually is.
Yeah.
And he did.
And also on that card, August 19th, we have Shakira Stevenson and our own Mike, yes indeed, Reed on that card.
Mike Reed.
That's right. Mike Reed. In Nebraska. After that, August 22nd, just got the news. Toe-to-toe Tuesdays, PBC, Mickey Bay, Anthony Pearson.
Let's go, Ant. Let's go, Ant.
Good fight for your aunt, man. Really proud. I'd seen that same frustration in your face.
Man,
for over
yeah,
a year,
man. I'm
So,
upset.
an animal.
This
It's
man
about
is
to come again.
37-1.
Yeah,
Only loss was to Brandon Rios, or Brandon Rios was on top.
that's right.
And they just put him on the shelf, man.
That's it.
One
Nobody
of the
wants to
premier
fight.
talents in the other area is Anthony Peterson. He should have been fighting someone.
Talk to him.
I'm going to just say that. He should have been fighting someone.
Talk to him.
I feel like for that for myself, but Anthony's been there.
Yeah, he's been.
Anthony helped
deserves the
baptize me in
experience.
this pro game. So I'm very happy and very excited and very proud to watch Anthony Peterson go and get his victory. And we speak that into existence. Anthony Peterson is going to win.
That's right, man. I know I'm going to be watching. Too bad I can't go out there in Vegas, man. That
Yeah, I
weekend,
wouldn't
it's
mind.
going to be crazy that
might
weekend.
go.
That whole weekend is lined up as like Mayweather fighters versus everybody.
Everybody else, yeah.
Exactly, man. August 25th, Julio Centrino Jr. versus Emmanuel Lee.
Emmanuel's going to knock him out. Unless Hugo Centeno quits. He is known for quitting too.
Yeah.
He quit against Julian Williams. I think this last fight a draw. Or
I
something?
can't remember his last.
yeah, I
if it
forgot.
was a draw or something in his
Something
last
like
fight.
that. He's known for quitting a lot. Emmanuel is going to knock him out. I'm speaking that into existence too. Yeah, the DMV over everybody.
DV everybody. You know where Alantez stops. Fox stands at 23-0, the WBC U.S. Middleweight Championship. Here on Punches, Kicks, and Giggles with Coy Lasan, myself, John Russell. And let's get into the funny part of the show. Let's talk about the giggles. So, in France, right now, they are starting to offer oysters in vending machines.
What?
Yes, in France, they are starting to offer oysters in vending machines as a test. Parlez-vous français? Oui or no?
No.
Well,
That's ridiculous.
as they would say overseas, they wouldn't say no, they say nay. And I say nay, 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 nay.
Say that, nay. I don't do the oysters anyway.
You know
they're
what?
too slimy.
I'm going to go to France. I'm going to have me an oyster. It's probably going to have been there for hours. And I'm going to get sick and I'm going to sue. And I'm going to get paid. And I ain't going to box no more.
Also, another giggle was in Shanghai, China. Recently, a 59-year-old woman underwent plastic surgery to evade $3.7 million debt. Something you do to
She changed her
avoid-
face?
Yes, she changed her face. Talk about face off.
Yeah, remember
mask off.
Man, go.
Mask off.
You know,
$3.7 million. Do you? If obviously she had enough money or got some money to do a facelift. You're that much in debt on punches, kicks, and giggles.
you should be able to pay off the debt with that much.
Is it dollars or yen?
No, that's dollars. $3.7 million in debt.
What in the
I'll
world?
probably just move to a different country.
Man, you don't want to get
Instead of
extra.
changing my
I'm trying to think though. What
international crime?
at what point do you say, you know what, I really need to pay this bill? Like at what
Only if
number? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to me, triple digits. They got $100. But like,
That's
it's time.
ridiculous, man.
When it got it got a comma and 3 digits behind it, she'd be like, I'll be all right.
You know what?
She's
I'm out
59, so it's not like
Four
she's
digits behind
89.
that first column.
You know, it's 99. I can
Well,
see.
I want to
99.
see her. I gotta see her picture and see what she look. I gotta see the before and after picture.
She's 67. She might be like, man, I'm on my way out. I ain't paying nothing back. That might have been what she said. I'm on my way out. I'm not paying nothing back.
I mean,
Yeah.
that trend might come over to the U.S. because then you'd start thinking, you know, brothers on child support, they may have to start changing up some things, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta have money to do that.
You don't. That
You
child
gotta
don't
have
look like
money.
they look.
Yeah, they ain't even my child. Sir, we have a DNA test. Look at my face, though.
Yeah.
Look at my face.
Can't change your DNA. Don't let them have plastic surgery for DNA.
Oh
Have
my
something like
God.
that. It's something
I'm
about-
just changing
Somebody's
my
gonna
photo.
try it though. You know, somebody's gonna do it.
Also in Tennessee recently, police released a video of a burglary suspect trying and failing to steal a $1,000 dollhouse when it failed to fit inside her mid-sized sedan.
She's an idiot. She's an idiot. She's an
She
idiot.
posted on the videos posted on YouTube. You can probably search it on and the police department shows the woman attempting to fit a $1,000 dollhouse in her car after allegedly burglarizing a storage unit.
She's an idiot.
The woman appears to quickly realize that the dollhouse doesn't fit in her car, in the trunk. So she attempts to put it in the back seat. A dollhouse. We're talking about the doll's house. An attempt. She also meets with failure. Woman eventually drives away without the doll residence, and the police took the incident. Basically, she arrested, and that's a wrap.
So she didn't even get the dollhouse. After all of that.
She's an idiot.
$1,000 dollhouse.
Did she not know how big the dollhouse was?
Some people don't do math.
She just retarded.
I mean, what car was she driving? Like
Oldsmobile. You know, Oldsmobiles are big. They don't even make the Oldsmobiles.
I thought she was in like a smart car or something.
Oh my God, she's an idiot. Look at her. She can't even lift it. She can't even lift it. Oh my God. I can't do it.
Doll houses that cost that much, people don't believe that they're like little mini mansions. If you ever like went to these art shows, they're real custom. You know, they're like model cars.
She had her trunk open, and she tried to put the trunk first, but she just left it right there.
It's honestly bigger than the trunk. It's like putting this table in your trunk, and she's just not thinking. If you follow, no, it's an Oldsmobile logo. If you follow, give my man Alantez Fox follow. Give out social media.
Slides of Fox. That's S.
He's going to repost this video probably for y'all.
FOS. I definitely will be reposting my man Jay. We here. This looks like a Nissan Sentra.
It's described as an Oldsmobile Alero.
Okay. I can see that. Okay.
Look, I'm surprised she didn't do like. Look, I'm surprised she didn't do like what most people do when they have mattresses. Like she didn't get in the car and just hold the house while she's driving.
She just put it in she could have put it in the front seat. Like this. Hey, the house. I'm not gonna lie. The dollhouse is big as I don't know what.
It's big.
She probably thought she was about to live in it though.
She tried to take it apart and sell it.
Try to shrink herself.
But for punches, kicks, and giggles today, we're gonna pretty much wrap it up. We want to thank our guest, WBC U.S. middleweight champ, the middleweight. Here, Slides of Fox, Alantez Fox.
Fox Twin Towers. Hashtag Fox Twin Towers. We here.
Twin Towers. He ain't going nowhere. He's
hashtag
making moves.
Too Tall Tales.
You gonna come back? Did you have fun today?
Yeah, I definitely had fun today. Definitely had some fun, man. I can be back whenever.
Okay, we're gonna lock into that. We're gonna check his training schedule. I might come in and train.
That's cool.
That
sounds good.
That's right.
All right, Koi Lasan, right here, comedian Koi. You got anything to rap? Anything you want to put out there?
Yo, man, just keep tuning into WBGR. Sports, entertainment. We've got gospel. We got all the channels you want to check out. So we're gonna be doing a lot more, going to different fights. There's gonna be a lot happening here on Punches, Kicks, and Giggles.
Hey, Corey, that's an eccentric tie, man.
He always gets that.
That's an eccentric tie.
I appreciate
I like
that.
man.
And the next time you see us, unfortunately, we will be talking Mayweather.
When are we gonna? Because we haven't really got into that, and
I've
you
been putting it off
because you're waiting till it gets closer to the time.
Say it, because it's BS.
Because there's stuff developing every week. We're not going to talk about what just happened a couple of days with Paul and Najee posted yesterday. We'll talk about that. We will talk about that next week. Keep a lock on the Facebook page, WBGR Sports. Corey's going to post it. We'll be discussing Mayweather, Conor McGregor as the card is coming out. Big shout out to Javante Davis, who's on that card. Fighting Rocky Martinez. Rocky Martinez should be solid opponent for him, man. Tank is just on a different level when he gets pissed and talented at the same time. It's crazy.
It's Tank fighting 30 or 35. He fight 35, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how he would do against Mike Garcia.
Yeah, and congratulations on him signing with Under Armour too. That's huge.
Wow.
Tank, I need some.
We need some draws. I need some
large.
Socks.
I need a large.
I just want Under Armour slots. Sorry.
Give me some pants, some running pants for when it get cold.
Yeah, I like them.
You know all that, man.
Yeah.
Compression pants. That's what they call.
That's it for WBGR Sports Punches, Kicks, and Giggles show. Corlison, Alantez Fox, myself, John Russell. Follow me on Twitter and Periscope if you're listening at the J_Russell. And follow Alantez Fox. What is it again?
And Slides of Fox, SLYAZA.
WBGR Facebook Live. Download the app on WBGR Sports. That's been it. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Punches, kicks, giggles. All right. Oh, that was a terrible laugh. I hate that. It sounded like Woody Woodpecker. All right. Good night, y'all. Y'all have a good one. We'll be back on soon. Thank you.